Now I want to show you an alternative to the power test. The power test is stepping under, having your student take the club to the top, stepping under and supporting the butt of the club as they start to downswing, you providing resistance in that downswing. So let's take a look at the alternative. Now this has to do, I'm going to use a cane. You can use any object. You can take a cane, you put the bar on my hips. And you'll notice, so we're looking, are you upper, middle, or lower core? Now, this is a substitute for your non-golfers, for other athletes, although the Larry Rinker test of taking the thumb and swinging to the top, rotating to the top is a very good test once you understand the dominant core zone. So you can still use that. But if your student has a neck injury, back injury, a shoulder, wrist, arms, you don't want to do the power test. If your student is a senior, our orthopods have told us, if your student is a senior and you find that they're lower or upper core, it's ideal if they've had hip replacement, they have back issues, or just as they age, you're going to get the least amount of torque on the body by moving them to mid-core. So everything's going to be moving together back and through versus creating separation of the upper and lower core and these other swings. Okay, I have disrupted my core. So as you'll see me and what I have, marked both hands with upper core being the red, mid being black, and lower being the blue. So as you do this, you can go through this with me. If you have, you can use a club, you can use a broomstick, whatever you want to use, circular. You don't want your hands to be separated when you do this, and you don't want to grip. Okay, so I'll show you down the line first what happens to my hips. You can see how open I am. Is that that should be decent room for you, I believe. And I'm on no stance whip. I'm just using this strip as a straight edge to look down. So as I relax, now I'm going to take this and all I'm going to do is turn it up and put my hands are going to be touching. I almost went to an interlock. Hands are going to be touching. It's not golf grip. And I put it on the upper core power spot and I just hold it out in front and my hips don't move. Those of you who've seen this before know I'm low core, by the way. So I'm going to move to the mid core, hands touching like a 10-finger grip, like a baseball grip, except I'm not even closing my fist. Okay, and I'm just applying pressure. Still, no rotation. Now I'm going to go to the low core, fingers touching, and I'm on that second pad up and my hips square up. So it's an easy way, I'll show you face on. I'm just doing upper. It's an easy way to check dominant core zone where it's tough to see. Now, as we've talked, your students are going to arrive with a good bit of anxiety for a lesson if it's the first time out. And that's just the nature of learning and the nature of teaching at times. You're going to have to put the bar on, talk to them, walk around, have a conversation with them. If you're doing the power test, it's really in golf and baseball, any bat and ball sport, it's really the most telling. And the reason it is, many of you have referred to it as the aha moment. And when you do the power test, they're not going to believe it. Well, let me change my stance whip now when I'm in the wrong with using the wrong power spots. They'll relate it to every number of things, any number of things, but you're only going to find effectiveness, power when you have the right power spots. So I'm going to lay the cane here, and that's all it is. And see if you can see my hands. I'm on the red, my hips are rotated. I'm on the black, my hips are rotated. Now I go to the blue, And you can see my hips just rotated. If I have it on one of the wrong power spots and the correct one, it'll rotate back. Now, I am low core.